Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today, man? So today we got Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young right here with a song called Woodstock. So let's go ahead and jump into this one today. This one's been pretty highly suggested on the channel and recommended, man. So I'm excited to jump into it today and see what we've got working with right here on this one. Thank you guys for joining me today. Let's go ahead, waste no time, jump into Woodstock. Here we go.
Child of God, he was walking along the road, and I asked him, tell me, where are you going? Mister told me, said, I'm going down to Leicester's farm, gonna join in a rock and rollin'. Got to get back to the land, set my soul. We are stardust, we are golden, we are carbon, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Well then, can I walk beside you? I have come to lose the smile, and I feel myself there something turning, and maybe it's the time of year. Yes, and maybe it's the time of the man, and I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, we are carbon, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Oh, man.
We are stardust, we are golden, we are hero garden, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were half a million strong, and everywhere was a song and a celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bomb and death flames riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation.
Oh, they talking about drugs.
We are caught in the devil's market, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Interesting lyrics if they're saying what I think I'm hearing. Oh, but rockin' beats, man. That's what I love about Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, man. You get some rockin' beats with these guys every time. They're gonna throw down. They're gonna give you an earful on the track. I love listening to these guys. It's just you know, not to say old school, but maybe it is. It's just old school, man. You're gonna get the best. You're gonna get quality when you listen to these guys, man. So I enjoy that so much. But talking about Woodstock, sound like we were talking about at one point maybe a hitchhiker, somebody out there walking. Well, he's gonna go make a different life for himself. He's gonna find himself a rock and roll band, you know, in hopes to get to these big stages, man. Then at some point, you know, it talks about maybe the development, what's going on reaching the big stage at one point, going out into being part of this crowd, and it sounded like maybe tripping. I I heard him say about these airplanes up in the sky that turned into butterflies over the nation and stuff. So I don't know. Let's jump into the lyrics a little bit and get a full dive on what was going on. Yeah, so this is very interesting. Some of these lyrics I didn't catch on to listening to it live time, but I see now, and some of the stuff I thought I heard I was hearing. Okay, so at the beginning, to me, it does sound he's saying child of God, so unless it's literal child of God, it sounds like just we're talking about somebody hitchhiking. He finds his way into a rock and roll band. He's talking about how all of us we're just stardust. We're billion-year-old carbon, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Talking to me like the Holy Land, the Garden of Eden, and where that came full circle for me at the end was here. We could be literally just be talking about garden, as in when we die, we go into the ground, and we will become feed for literally the garden, right? The soil and the plants that grow. So it could be literal in that way here, but at the end, it totally flips its meaning. Within, can I walk beside you? I have come to lose the smog, and I feel myself a cog in something turning, right? We're filling our role in life, right? We're a cog in the great machine of life, man. And maybe it's this time of year, and yes, maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We're trying to learn who we are, right? We hit the course again. We come down here. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was a song and a celebration, right? Talking to me, the literal events of Woodstock. And I dreamed I saw a bomber. This is where I thought I heard drugs, literally. You're at the celebration, you're at Woodstock, and you're seeing these bomber jet planes turning into butterflies above our nation. Okay, that sounds like to me an LSD trip. At the end, the chorus changes drastically. It says, we are stardust, we are golden. We are caught in the devil's bargain. The things that we are doing, we're being tempted every day to go down and do the wrong deeds, do the bad things. Temptation is everywhere, and it can only lead to the destructions of ourselves, right? Is the way I take that lyric. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden, so this stays the same. Everything stays the same except right here, and this changes the entire meaning. Where we're literally talking about the cycle of life here, we are talking about the cycle of maybe our afterlife here. I thought that was a great flip on the lyrics, man. To totally change the meaning, have the same structure around the meaning, but what's on the inside, man, that changed. That changed a lot. All right, checking out Woodstock right here. It says Joni Mitchell released this in 1970, same year that Crosby, Stills, and Nash did, except Crosby, Stills, and Nash recorded it sooner. Right here it says Joni Mitchell, prior to the release on any album, Mitchell performed Woodstock at the 1969 big Surf Folk Festival. So maybe she performed it first and they recorded it later. It says around the same time that Ladies of the Canyon appeared, Crosby, Stills, and Nash upbeat hard rock arrangement was released as the lead single from their 1970s Deja Vu album. This version opens with a lead guitar riff played by Neil Young, who also plays the solos. Stephen Stills sings the lead vocal and backing harmonies with Davy Crosby and Graham Nash and Young. Okay, so maybe this was around the time that Joni Mitchell and Stephen Stills were dating, and maybe she let him take this song. I'm not sure exactly how this all played together, but it does say the songwriter on this is Joni Mitchell, so it is indeed a song she wrote, and her version is actually even longer than their version, her recorded version, I should say. So it says Woodstock is a song written by the Canadian-American singer-songwriter Joni Mitchell. At least 4 notable versions of the song were released the same year in 1970. Mitchell's own version was performed live in 1969 and appeared in April 1970 on her album Ladies of the Canyon. This publication was preceded by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young's cover version, which appeared on their March 1970 album Deja Vu and became a staple of classic rock radio and best-known version in the United States. A third version by the British band Matthew's Southern Comfort became the best-known version in the United Kingdom and was the highest charting version of the song. A fourth version by the studio project The Assembled Multitude also became a chart hit. So there you go, man. All maybe released in the same time period and becoming hits in different areas where maybe Joni's got buried under the popularity of other ones. I'm not too sure. But let's go on and read the lyrics. The song's lyrics refer to the Woodstock Music and Arts Festival of 1969, telling the story of a concert goer on the trek to attend the festival. Mitchell, who was unable to actually perform at the festival herself due to the scheduling conflicts, was inspired to write the song based on the account of the festival relayed to her by her then boyfriend, Graham Nash. Sorry, I said Steven Stills earlier. It's Graham Nash. I guess was her boyfriend, so my bad on that. Who had performed there. The asthmatic song, as well as the festival it commemorates, is symbolic of the counterculture of the 1960s. As far as the lyrics right here, more in depth, Joni Mitchell composed the song based on what she had heard from her then boyfriend Graham Nash about the Woodstock Festival. She had not been there herself, since her manager had told her that it would instead be more advantageous for her to appear on the Dick Cavett show. She composed it in a hotel room in the New York City, watching televised reports of the festival. The deprivation of not being able to go provided me with an intense angle on Woodstock, she told an interviewer shortly after the event. David Crosby, interviewed for the documentary Joni Mitchell, Woman of Heart and Mind, stated that Mitchell had captured the feeling and importance of Woodstock Festival better than anyone who had actually been there. The lyrics tell a story about a spiritual journey to Max Yasgur's farm, the place of the festival, and make prominent use of the sacred imagery, comparing the festival site to the Garden of Eden. And we've got to get back to ourselves, ourselves back to the Garden of Eden. The saga commences with the narrator's encounter of a fellow traveler. Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road. So yeah, we're literally talking about how everybody is a child of God in her lyric. Okay, so I was getting that like way too literal on another account. So, and concludes, at their ultimate destination, by the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong. There are also references to the horrific mutual assured destruction of the Cold War bombers riding shotgun in the sky, contrasted against the peaceful intent of the festival goers turning into butterflies above our nation. Okay, so there you go. There, she's making reference to the war and the peacefulness of what was to be, Woodstock, what that whole event was supposed to symbolize. So making those contrast differences in the lyrical form, man. So there we go. Thank you guys for suggesting this one, man. Very dope to dive into more of the depth of the lyricism right here. I enjoyed listening about that. I wish they would have kind of covered the final. Like I said, the final verse was probably the most impactful one of all, where they changed that chorus. I should say it wasn't the verse, but they flipped the chorus and make it into something else. I thought was very interesting, man. So thank you guys for the suggestion, for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, please consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3. It's an amazing way to support me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the descriptions, guys. Let me know more that you'd like me to check out on this channel. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.